Old and Achy here with another Halo 4 campaign mission walkthrough, and today I'm going to be showing you how to get the second of the two weekly campaign challenges for the week of November 11th to the 17th, which is Infinity and Beyond, which requires you to complete the Infinity campaign mission on Legendary difficulty with the Mythic, Tilt, Tough Luck, and Thunderstorm skulls activated. And for this mission, in addition to those 4 skulls, I'm activating Catch, which gets Promethian Knights and grenade throwing animations, and also the Grunt Birthday party, which helps you see the grunt headshots at distance. So here we go, starting the campaign mission here as we get through the 343 stuff. Okay, we're going to skip the opening cutscene right here, and we're off and running to our initial encounter.
They must not have received his distress call.
Okay, first they're going to see 3 Promethian Knights, but they'll teleport out. We want to grab the DMR there and ammo up on it. Let's go ahead and select that tag to get rid of that waypoint. Now, first thing I tried here was a little skip to get rid of the, or despawn the Promethians in the second area, but it didn't quite work. Yeah, I kind of, they spawned anyway, but that's okay. Just follow this path. What we'll have to do here is right about this point right here, we'll go ahead and sprint jump. And we need to take out at least one of those 2 crawlers. And then duck into this little area here to initiate the, or to begin the walk in the park skip. And notice that I did a couple of crouch jumps, another one up here, another crouch jump here holding the crouch, turn around and jump back down here, walk over to here and do another jump over here and to that little bit of lighted area. Okay, and through there I jumped and aimed back right again. Okay, now we're going to do a sprint jump here. Okay, and jump over here and down this log, and we're off and running. And by doing this, we have essentially despawned all the Prometheans ahead of us in Rally Point Alpha, which makes it much easier to finish Rally Point Alpha. Instead of duking it out for about 10 to 15 minutes, we can just essentially run through the entire area in about 3 to 3.5 minutes with no enemies to deal with. Okay, now right here I ran just right of that dead Marine to pick up his grenades, but don't worry if you miss that. There is a container with grenades in it up here at the end of the rally point.
But as far as I can tell, we're moving into a choke point.
Okay, so just follow this path here. And notice there are absolutely no Prometheans you have to deal with. That skip is really worth practicing.
But where's whoever it belongs to?
It is at the beginning of the mission, so if you can fail it, just restart. And you basically go through Rally Point Alpha without any enemies whatsoever, other than 2 crawlers, because I missed that first little skip. Okay, I skipped that cutscene, or I will be skipping the cutscene. And when we regain control, we're at the start of Rally Point Bravo. The first thing we want to do is take out the 2 crawlers that we can see here with the pistol. Run over to this bent tree to avoid grenades being thrown by that Promethian Knight, and take out the next two crawlers. And at this point, what I'm doing is, first of all, I want to get rid of that auto sentry. And I'm looking to see if there are crawlers advancing up with this knight, because what we don't want to do is have to deal with the crawlers as we come up to the knight. With Mythic and Tilt on, the knights are just big bullet sponges. You cannot take them out easily, if you will, with DMR fire or other weapon fire. So what we're going to have to do is a circle melee. Now watch what happens here. I come up, get him in a grenade throwing animation, and come in behind him and backsmack him, and he's gone. That is the benefit of the catch skull. It gets them into grenade throwing animations where you can just keep advancing and sprint past and turn and melee. Alright, I'm getting rid of this crawler here. If I can get... Okay, there we go. Nope, not yet. Now the reason I want to take the crawler out is because at some point here with the knight, I'm going to go into sprint, and if the crawler's firing at me, it just negates sprint. I don't want that to happen. Also, the crawler has a nasty habit of jumping on you and dropping your shields. Now there's another one back there somewhere. I'm trying to take him out before I advance on the second knight. It looks like the crawler has retreated. Alright, I do not want to advance on the knight with no shields, so okay, shields are back. Okay, it's time to go get the knight. Again, notice I'm advancing. He gives a grenade throwing animation. I sprint past him, turn, and backsmack him. And I also picked up an auto sentry along the way, which is a good thing. Now I'm going to go ahead and take out the Watcher. Fire up an auto sentry, which will help drop his shields, and I'm using my pistol to take him out. I could use the light rifle there, but I'm saving ammo on that. I haven't picked it up yet. There he goes. And I'm not sure about that. Oh yeah, that crawler's still hanging around. Let's see if I can take him out here. There we go. Splash one crawler. Alright, let's go back and grab that light rifle. There he is. And look for the other one so I can get full ammo. There we go. And the only other thing left to do here is to grab those 2 pulse grenades. Double check, make sure I got full DMR, which I do. And now we're going to do another little skip here to bypass a knight and several crawlers. Now sometimes I can do this jump up this rock. It's a couple of crouch jumps in a turn, and I can do that with no problem. In today's run, I apparently am having major problems. I'm cussing like crazy because I can't seem to do the jump. But there is I want to crouch jump up on this rock and then turn and crouch jump again up to the next level. And it took me forever to do the jump today. Like I said, sometimes I can do this jump on the first try. I was a little grumpy here, but I will make it ultimately. Jump up on the rock, turn a little left, look up, and crouch jump again. Don't do that. There we go. Nope. Thought I had it that time. Okay, up on the rock, crouch jump again, and turn and jump again, and there we go. Finally. It's well worth the effort because it saves dealing with another Promethian Knight and crawlers. Alright, when we come up here, first thing we want to do is fire up an auto sentry and take out this particular Watcher. Again, I'm having issues with it today. Sometimes I can take it out very quickly. Now that we got the Watcher out, let's focus on the crawlers. Okay, getting a little bit of help from my AI buddies, my Marines down there. Not a lot. Okay. Okay, got the crawlers. Fire up another auto sentry. See if we can get this knight to move down into a position where I can take him out with a melee. Okay. Throwing grenades at me, sprint by him, melee, splash the knight. Quite honestly, with Mythic, Tilt, Thunderstorm, and Tough Luck on, it's almost like doing a laser run. Although I do have my sights. I don't have to turn blind on here, but those are the 4 toughest skulls to deal with when they're activated. Simply because of the double health and extra shielding on the Promethians, especially the Knights. It's well worth practicing the circle melee technique with the Knights, because that's essentially the only way you can take them out with those 4 skulls activated. Alright, I want to initiate a checkpoint and immediately run back to the sandbags here. We got a couple of turrets to deal with along with the Watchers and Knights, and we really want to take the turrets out. We can take them out with a combination of the railgun and DMR. That's the railgun noob combo there, if you will. Railgun hit plus 3 DMR shots will take them out. Okay, that takes care of the turrets. Alright, the next thing we want to do is take out the 2 Watchers. Light rifle. Sometimes they're easy to take out, sometimes they're not. Okay, there go the 2 Watchers. Let's fire up an auto sentry to keep the Promethians busy. Ooh, just run right by that guy. That auto sentry here. Now I'm going to take out, I'm going to do a spawn kill on this Promethian. You notice I use the assassination. And then I'm going to do a back smack here on this Promethian when he came up. Sometimes he is not in a good position to do that. I just haul it out of that area and take him on a different way, but this time he was pretty easy to deal with. He was in a good position to do the circle melee on, which leaves me with 3 or 4 crawlers to deal with. Okay, and I took care of them, and now I'm going to load up on DMR ammo, and I had already taken care of my light rifle. I loaded up on that. You want to make sure that if you take out the 2 Knights up here, you want to make sure that you take out. By the way, I was getting a swig of coffee. That's why there's a slight delay here. But you want to load up on the DMR, on the light rifle ammo up here before you go off and running. Okay, now next up, we're going to do some spawn killing on Knights. Right at that little crossroads there in the path, that little branch in the paths was where I wanted to be. You want to take him out with an animation. to give yourself time to get over here and take out the second knight. Okay, kill one crawler and the third knight will appear. You want to step back a little bit before you come in and backsmack that third knight, because otherwise he won't. It'll take more than one whack and he'll spawn a watcher, and you'll have to take the watcher out. But that time I was able to take him out. And again, alright, what I'm doing here is taking out 6 crawlers. I'm counting them, but on that third knight you want to step back a little bit and then come at him with a backsmack from a little bit of distance, and that seems to work pretty well with taking him out on the first try. Alright, and now I'm counting the crawlers that are left. I believe there's at least 4. I want to get down to 3 crawlers remaining. I believe I got it down to 3 crawlers. Okay. And what I'm doing here is I'm going down to ammo up on the DMR. And I didn't quite get full ammo, so I'm using a trick that RC Master used. I went back to the sandbags to get the DMR to respawn. Notice that there was a little screen freeze there. And now what I'm doing here is I'm trying to take out at least one of the crawlers, which will, if you get down to 2 crawlers left, it will spawn that knight, and in that position I was able to spawn kill him fairly easily with a backsmack. And next up, we've got to deal with a. We want to deal with a. Watcher. And get the crawlers down to 1 or 2 left. And now Watcher will spawn, and he's trying to spawn more crawlers, and we want to take him out fairly quickly. Alright, next up we have 2 more knights we have to deal with, and to get them to spawn, we need to take 1 or 2 crawlers out and position ourselves so that we can spawn kill the knight. That spawned right there, and we've got another knight spawning right here. Okay, and I believe I've got all the crawlers out of the way that were up there. Now we've got. Okay, when Cortana says passageway unlocked, that spawns 3 more crawlers, and we want to take them out with the DMR. He's up. Oh, there he is. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and come down here and ammo up on the DMR. Alright. And if we didn't get it all full ammo there, we come back down to that rock to get full ammo with the DMR that was down there. And there's also one up here as well. Okay, so we should have full DMR on our full ammo on our DMR and full ammo on our light rifle when we open the doorway here.
That hatch of security was more difficult than I expected.
Alright, the first thing we want to do up here is take out the grunt that's up by the entrance of the cave. That should force the knight to teleport away, and then we just deal with the grunts and the one.
They're working with the Promethians?
With one shielded jackal that comes up. There we go, we got that guy. And there's the shielded jackal. Sometimes he has a Sometimes he has a needler, sometimes he doesn't. We want to be real careful with that guy right there with the needler, because he can take you out with a needler without too much problem there. And next up, we want to get this watcher out of the way. That's what the light rifle's for. Sometimes he appears, sometimes he doesn't. Okay, that takes care of the watcher. Next up is this jackal marksman down here. Okay, by setting up the auto sentry there, that gets the jackal to focus on the sentry, and we can take him out with a headshot fairly easily. And now we're just cleaning up the remaining coveys that we've got here out in the landing zone area. When we get down to about 2, that will get the next wave to come in with a Phantom. And where are they? Okay, there's one.
I'm shocked how quickly the die deck has unified.
When Cortana says I'm shocked, that is a signal that the Phantom's coming in. Just go ahead and let it come in. And the first thing we want to do is, when it does come in, is take out the 3 grunts that it drops off over here on the left, and just sort of aim towards those 2 little spires there, those 2 little stalactites, if you will. And at some point here soon, there they go. The Knights will drop off. Go ahead and the grunts will drop off. Go ahead and take them out. And any more that may be present, like the shielded jackals there. When she says Knights, that means that all 4 Knights are out there in the LZ, and we have to start looking for them to come up towards the cave mouth. And as it turns out, in this particular run, I actually had to deal with 3 coming at me at once. I couldn't believe it. Normally, 1 or 2 will appear up by the cave mouth. In this particular run, I had 3. Woo! And it was time to get the heck out of Dodge. Now I got one down. Oh, I got one down here where that jackal was. I got a Knight hanging out down there. It makes it much tougher. Whoa, thought I bought the farm there. But didn't quite get the circle, melee. So I hauled it back over here to my hidey spot. Sometimes this is easier, sometimes it's tougher to deal with the Knights from here. I almost gave up because of the 3 Knights at once, but I decided to stick it out and see if I could deal with them. It's just a matter of getting them separated so that I could deal with them one at a time. Oh boy, there goes that Knight over that area by the jackal marksman where he was. Every time I try to rush one Knight, another one appears. 1 or 2 more appear. So I have to deal with 2 and sometimes 3. So again, it takes a lot of patience to deal with these guys. use the motion sensor to see where the knights are. Motion sensor and a lot of patience. Oh crap. Just getting ready to rush that guy when the second one appeared. And I noticed that the third one's still down here in the in that area where the marksman was. Okay, let's see if we can take this guy out now. Alright, throwing grenades at me. Rushing circle melee. Nope. Now I'm in real trouble. Just getting the heck out of dodge here. Alright. Get ourselves set up to try again. Circle melee. Oh, got one. Finally. This is almost worthy of one of Tyrant's WTF moments, but still hanging tough. See if we can get that second one out of the way. Oh, here he comes. Alright, circle melee. Oh, missed him. Daggum, it didn't quite turn around enough. Melee or swing around behind him enough before I did the melee attempt. That's a... You almost have to go a little bit further behind and circle before than you think. Like that. Okay, got the second one. Yeah, the one problem with the circle melee is getting around far enough behind him, or circle around far enough behind him before actually trying the melee. Ah, missed him again. Boy, that is frustrating. I had him in a good position. I didn't quite circle around behind far enough before I tried the melee. Let's try again. Okay, got him that time. Now we have just one left. Go ahead and take out the however many coveys we have, plus the auto sentry. Wait for the Pelican to come in. So just kind of play with him, keep him back there in the distance. That final night, wait for that. Wait for the Pelican to come in.
Until we catch up, you have tactical command of the forward assault force. Rendezvous with those men and take back that ship.
Yes, sir.
Good luck, Chief. Lasky out.
All right, take care of the auto sentry. Throw down your own. Keep the knight busy. And run up here and sprint underneath the platform. And that usually initiates the end of the Rally Point Bravo and gets us to Rally Point Charlie, where we're going to do the first battle skip. Instead of going for the tank, we'll run out here.
Weapons free, Chief. Let him have it.
Okay, well, if we can get up to this rock here, jump up on the rock, sprint or crouch jump up to the this little area here, do a sprint jump and down, and down to here, into this little area right here. Alright, up in here. And this is worth practicing, that little that move to the rock and that girder It is right at the beginning of Rally Point Charlie, so if you miss it on the first try, you will respawn right at the beginning of Rally Point Charlie, so you can practice that. It definitely is worth it. It eliminates all of the coveys that you would have to battle with the tank to get back to the Infinity. And instead of using the tank, we're going to use this handy dandy little Wraith. Just happened to be there. And right here, we want to use the boost on the Wraith to get past that Phantom that's coming in. That drops off a ghost or two. And we essentially bypass the whole tank battle. Now when we get up here, we want to take one free shot at this Wraith that we'll see here. Yeah, see that Wraith right down there. Take one free shot at it. It will immediately, I actually got two free ones off. It will immediately turn and fire at you. Well, we should have damaged it.
The hangar bay doors are sealed tight.
Yep, there goes the Wraith. And now we just have to deal with a couple of ghosts and several coveys before we get back into the Infinity itself. If I were any better with the Wraith, we'd be done by now, but again, I'm using this rock back here as a little bit of cover. Alright, got that guy out of the way. Got that guy out of the way. Wraith, I mean that ghost. Now we just have a couple of coveys to deal with. Advance a little bit towards the elite there, and he will make himself an easier target to deal with. Notice the shields flaring. Alright, that took care of the elite. That takes care of the Jackal. Now we have to deal with the this landing area, or this area up here in the this initial area in the Infinity. We got a couple of hunters, a couple of elites. Got to be careful with the fuel grunt elites that are up here. Fuel elite grunt. I mean fuel rod grunts. There we go. Ultimately got that out. Notice I'm using this platform as cover. And I'm focusing on that one elite nearby. Next up, I've got one elite down. Next up, I'm dealing with the, I'm driving that second elite back, and then I'm dealing with the second hunter back, I should say. And then I'm dealing with the elite up here. Okay. I believe there may be a fuel rod grunt up here somewhere. But essentially, I've got one hunter down. I've driven the second hunter back, and now I'm focusing on the elites up here in front of me. Okay. And at some point here, the elite will go down, and then I can focus on that second hunter up there. He's far enough back that I don't have to use the platform as cover. Okay, moving up just a little bit. Alright, take care of the rest of the coveys, and once they're done,
Sir, what's our status?
Captain
That satellite took down the ship's defenses and is extracting
Captain
data
will
from the
appear,
ship's
and
mainframes as we speak.
Can we break the connection?
Main point of contact's on the ship's upper hull. The fastest route is through the maintenance causeway.
I'm waiting for this doorway to open here
There's
so I
a
can
man
get to
stopped
the
inside the door. Take it. You'll need
I can get to the
firepower.
Manus. There we go. I'll go ahead and activate the Manus, and then go grab a rocket. Get rid of this worthless AR. Alright. Oops. Back to the Manus as it comes up. Alright.
The hatch to the maintenance causeway is jammed.
Work our way out towards the outside here. First thing we need to do is blast open this doorway. Alright, and take out the couple of grunts that are right in front of us. Alright, we'll have a couple of knights appear. We want to take out. There is a turret down there at the end that we want to take out. Okay. We want to clean out the Promethians and coveys down this long corridor, and then jump out. And we're going to take out some fuel rod grunts and turrets using a combination of DMR
We're not
and
doing
rockets.
Infinity any good down here if the Didact's linked in from the outer hull.
And wish that Cortana would shut up. She can be a distraction at times. Okay, there's a second turret. And okay. The reason we did that in this manner is it's actually a lot easier to do than having to deal with those fuel rod grunts and turrets with the Manus. And now at our leisure we can take out the turret, or the Watcher, and the Knights, and the coveys that are down here with the Manus. Take them out of distance. Especially these coveys that have a nasty habit of EMPing the Mantis, which we will see in the next firefight that we get into, which is a little bit further up. Alright. Getting around here, we've got to deal with... oh! Actually, I really wanted to use my stomp on that guy, but didn't have the opportunity. Next thing we want to do is take out these turrets here. There we go. And I'm using a combination of gunfire and rockets to take these knights out. Oh, we got, ooh! I got that turret. And here's where I ran a little bit of a problem. Daggone EMPs are multiple EMPs are slowing me down here with the Mantis. So anytime I run into a problem, I immediately back away. I got a real pesky fuel rod grunt up here that keeps slamming me with fuel rods. Right there, see that guy, and these thought I bought the farm there. The shielded jackals are EMPing me, and the fuel rod grunt is nailing me with fuel rods, or trying to nail me with fuel rods, so I have to be real careful.
Is reporting additional contacts on the outer
And of
deck.
course, Cortana is giving me grief about not getting to the outside. I'm being a little bit careful here. My Mantis is smoking, which means that it is low on health, overall health. Going to make it a little bit tougher when I get to the outside. I believe I finally got that fuel rod grunt. Now I'm just dealing with these knights. Okay, got the knights. There's going to be two more of that spawn here. Try to just again, yep, there's one right there. Low on health, so might as well back off until I get my health back. There we go. Health is coming back. Anytime that you see your shields go away, go ahead and back off. Let them recharge. Let your shields recharge. Makes it a lot easier to deal with these guys. Yeah, oh, there's another fuel rod run up there. I think I got them all.
Not doing Infinity any good down here.
And we just got one last group of grunts here at this level to deal with. Just go ahead and use the gun to take them all out. Alright. That was a little tougher than what it had to be, but we got all the Cubbies and Prometheans out of the way. So when we come up here to the outside, because my Manus is having a few problems, I'm going to go ahead and jump out and grab the Manus on the left.
Neutralize them so we can get our guns back online and show that satellite we're more than just a big paperweight.
We're on it, Commander. Cortana out.
Because we're going to be taking a lot of punishment on the outside, so we want a fresh Manus here when we deal with these guys. So we're going to go over here a little bit to the left and go ahead and jump out of this Manus that's smoking and haul it over to a healthy one. There we go. And what we're going to do here before we take out the jammers is we're going to go ahead and take out as many of these knights, these elites and Cubbies as we can. Taking my time here, waiting for my shields to come back. Notice that my health is down. My health is coming back. The health of the Manus is coming back. And I'm taking out as many of these guys as I can before I attack the power of the jammers. Glad that they're all moving over here towards the middle. Notice that note that the phantoms don't come in until you start taking out the jammers. So take your time and take these initial Cubbies out, so they don't cause you any additional issues when you take the jammers out. Okay, initial Cubbies are out. There goes jammer number 1. There goes jammer number 2, and here goes jammer number 3, and we're gonna move over to behind this this gun emplacement, because this seems to provide us with the best cover in this area, which is essentially the infinity holdout, if you will. The last holdout area that we have to deal with. Notice I took out, where's that dang one? Grunt. I took out the gun emplacement, the main gun of the first Phantom that came in. Trying to take out the Cubbies that drop down, especially those fuel ride grunts, because they are a real pain.
The Didact's not letting go without a fight.
Ooh, took some gas that time. Starting to get some damage here on the Manus.
Few more minutes.
Again, try and take out that main gun. The Phantom. Take out the Cubbies that drop. Ooh, got nailed from behind there with an EMP. And I'm in trouble here with this flaming mana, so I'm going to go grab the final one here. It's just a matter of getting these Cubbies. Trying to minimize the amount of fire I'm taking. But again, this gun here on the left provides me the best cover that I could have. Alright, we're getting close to the end here. I think I survived the worst of it. It looks like. So I think there's just a couple Cubbies left. There's one there.
So it's done.
Okay, that's what I wanted to hear. That's how it's done. That's a signal to me that we're just about at the end. Alright. What I'm doing now is I'm looking for Banshees, because they have a tendency to be real nasty here at the end of the mission. I'm going to run over here, go ahead and activate the Mac controls, and haul it back to the Manus in case Banshees come in. In this particular run, they didn't, which is a good thing. They have been known to come right at the end of the mission, come at you. But in this case, they're not. So, Didact is hauling it. Okay, that tells me the mission is essentially over. Alright, we'll go ahead and skip the cutscene. And we should be seeing the, there's the cutscene that we're going to skip. That's essentially the end of the mission. There's the end of mission symbols. And the challenge should pop here momentarily. I hope this helps you in your quest. Old and Nakey signing off. Take care.